Hi all, I am Krishna. In today's presentation, I'll be presenting the retirement planning project. First, I'll go through the introduction of the project. Later, I'll explain how I created the model and finally answer some of the key questions before concluding the presentation. Bob Davidson is a 46-year-old professor with a daughter and wife who is looking to retire between the ages of 60 and 65. The goal of this project is to create a comprehensive retirement plan that addresses Bob's financial goals like comfortable retirement plan, fund his daughter's education, and maintain desired lifestyle and travel. To achieve this, I have developed a financial model that analyzes Bob's current financial situation, evaluate his savings rate, and provide actionable recommendations to ensure his retirement goals are met. Let's dive into the details. I have split this project into 4 to 5 weeks, where in the first week I created the project plan and created a concept map to identify the relationships between key variables. In the second week, I have created the model in Excel. In third week, I reviewed the model and answered some of the key questions of Bob. In fourth week, I presented the results. Let us see how I created the retirement plan model. The process to create the retirement plan model involves 4 key steps. The flow between each one of these 4 steps is crucial in order to arrive at a logical and structured approach to address Bob's retirement questions. The first, input parameters section, it begins with gathering key financial data inputs like savings, salary, and retirement goals. Decisions are the human decisions, and it can vary from person to person. For instance, a person could retire at age 60 or 65. So these decisions can be changed as per the need. Both the input parameters and decisions are ingested into the Excel model in order to arrive at conclusions and outputs. For instance, you can see here some of the calculations I have done in the Excel model are return on investment, future value, periodic payments. Based on these calculations, the model provides answers to Bob's key questions, such as whether his current savings will be met in order to reach his retirement goals. To ensure accuracy, I have developed a concept map as shown here that identifies the relationship between key variables, such as current age, which is an input parameter, retirement age is a decision, and calculation is years until retirement. This map links inputs, decisions, and calculations to produce clear and reliable outputs. The Excel model implementation here, if you see, I have taken the input parameters, decisions, and calculations into 3 different tables. The blue cells are representing the input parameters. These could vary from person to person, and the decisions are in gold cells. Again, these values can also be changed. However, the calculations and the projections do not change in the sense it is not changed manually. These two are automatically generated based on our inputs into the input parameters and decisions. This model, especially the cells in gray, are projecting Bob's retirement savings and estimates his retirement income at ages 60 and 65. Both with and without inflation. It also assesses future expenses and analyzes potential risks such as inflation and healthcare costs. Now let us address Bob's specific concerns. Is Bob's current saving rate adequate for retirement? At age 65, Bob's retirement savings would be approximately 1.7 million. Of course, it is adjusted for 2.2% inflation, and with a 4% withdrawal rate, Bob can take around 45K annually from his retirement fund. Combined with social security benefits of 20 to 30K dollars annually and potential inheritances, Bob can maintain his current lifestyle after retirement. The second question is, how much should Bob save annually? To ensure his savings last 30 plus years, Bob should ideally invest 60.6K annually instead of his current annual investment of 48.1K. So it's an overall 10K increase with consideration of tax brackets. The third question is, how long can Bob live comfortably after retirement? Based on the Excel model we have generated, Bob's savings will last for 25 years. This means he can live comfortably until he's 91. How much will he have to live on when he retires? So with his current retirement savings of $1.7 million, he could withdraw around 45.5K annually, which is adjusted for 2% inflation. The final question is, what risks does Bob face and how should he manage them? Some of the risks which we can see here is health and care insurance. Bob should definitely allocate some portion of his salary towards long-term health and care insurance for himself and his wife Margaret to protect against unforeseen medical costs. The second is daughter's welfare. He should set some funds aside for his daughter's welfare until she secures some stable employment. Also, early discussions with his mother and mother-in-law about potential inheritances like house and other means can help him in better plan his retirement planning. In conclusion, the key takeaways from this project are: it's always good to consider various testing scenarios. For instance, testing various retirement ages, savings rates, and inflation rates is crucial for retirement success. Also, it's important to consider the inflation impact because inflation significantly affects retirement outcomes, so it's essential to account for it in the model. And diversification of assets, for instance, spreading investments across different asset classes can mitigate risk and ensure financial security. For Bob, I recommend that he increase his annual savings to more than 60K to ensure his retirement savings last long, and also to diversify his investments to reduce risk, and also have early discussions about potential inheritances to better plan his retirement model. Some of the future enhancements would be, looking ahead, we can also integrate AI into Excel model or even to Excel online for collaboration. This would result in advanced forecasting and includes more detailed planning elements such as tax rates, annuities, and real estate investments. Such an enhancement will provide us an even more comprehensive approach to retirement planning. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the sources and data used in this analysis, and thank you.